Are you implying that Alina Habba is not a good lawyer, Eugene? Is that what?
Alina Habba, the beauteous Alina Habba Esquire. Now, don't sell her short. She is one of the smartest women I have ever met. She, I know. You know what, Stephanie? I dreamed about coming on this show all last night. I'd wake up, I'd be worried, am I going to miss a show with Stephanie? All night. I'm saying
Oh.
8 or 9 dreams about coming on your show. It was amazing. It was and now I'm on the show.
Yes.
Well, we obviously, you've inspired so many of us. And, what a perfect time to talk to you. First of all, your book, Not My Type, One Woman versus a President, is a must read. But just talk to us about how you're feeling. I know you tweeted, "Where's MAGA's brain? Whether Trump is or is not in the Epstein files makes no difference. Trump's in the court files, held liable by 2 federal juries for sexual assault and defamation, and being made to pay $83 million." Eugene, how are you feeling about all of this? When you won, you got a conviction.
Stephanie, I feel fabulous. All I have to do is I have that knot of joy with me ever since the first jury came back and said, he's liable. He sexually assaulted you and he defamed you. And I have been happy since that moment. Then I became happier with the second trial when he was made to pay those enormous damages. So, although I had this really great knot of joy in me, I'm a little disturbed that MAGA does not seem to know that he has been accused, President Trump has been accused by, well, some say it's 16 women, some say 23, some say 29, some say 48. And they just have, Stephanie, let me ask you, do you think they don't know it because their news feeds, they don't receive the news?
Yeah.
Or do they know it, Stephanie, and they just ignore it?
Well, it's clearly a cult that they believe, I guess, just what he says. But I have to wonder how you feel, because I always said, like, thank God you had the wherewithal and to be able to fight this. These were children. These were children that were raped in the Epstein thing. I mean, but the fact that America elected someone who is we can say adjudicated rapist without having to say allegedly, because a judge adjudicated what happened to you was rape, essentially.
Well, the jury found that he sexually abused me.
Right.
Then Judge Kaplan wrote a 35-page paper explaining that in the common parlance, yes, New York, Stephanie, since has changed their law. New York State changed their law after the trial.
Yeah.
So it's concerning because women have been degraded throughout the country. We've lost our prestige. Women are no longer held. I mean, we crawled and scraped and did this. We finally got something close to equality, and now we've been thrown backwards.
Yeah.
And Epstein thing is the pure and 100% truth and proof that women are not considered at all.
If we
in this
believe,
country.
we don't need a list or a file. You're right. If we just believe women, if we just you don't need to talk to the Ghislaine Maxwell, the child rapist. You need to talk to the women, the victims. I mean,
but no, it's astonishing. You don't have to believe all women. I don't believe all women. Do you believe all women?
Well, no. I mean, you know what I'm saying. There is a overwhelming body of evidence against Donald Trump, including your claim. I mean, and let me just say, by the way, a federal appeals court will not reconsider its ruling upholding a $5 million civil judgment against Trump in the civil lawsuit in your case. So you've just won time after time, haven't you?
Yeah, he keeps losing.
Yes.
Losing and losing. One of the reasons he keeps losing so massively is I have one of the great lawyers that has ever spoken in a courtroom, Robbie Kaplan, and a terrific team. And he he can't win against us because Stephanie, he is a criminal.
Are you implying that Alina Habba is not a good lawyer, Eugene? Is that what?
Alina Habba, the beauteous Alina Habba Esquire. Now, don't sell her short. She is one of the smartest women I have ever met. She, I know, she didn't know diddly squat about the law, but she got him elected.
Yeah.
Remember, vice president of his PAC. She got him elected, so she knows what she's doing. She doesn't know it in a courtroom. But,
Well, so they tried to fire her right in Jersey, and he just like reinstalled her basically. I mean, you know, they're he's not playing. But I mean, apparently no laws apply to him. So let's talk about what a big deal you are, because I think people. By the way, my connection to you, you were a writer on SNL, so you must have known my friend Ann Beats, who's one of the
the great Ann Beats.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a firestorm Ann Beats us. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, she was my Bella, our little associate producer. She was her screenwriting professor in college just not too long ago. But she was the executive producer of my late night show. But you were, the glory days of SNL.
I remember the night your late night show debuted, Stephanie.
Oh dear.
Great moments. It was one of the great moments. You came out. I thought you killed. You were the first woman to come on and be on late night, and boom, you took them by storm. I have no idea why you're not still on late night.
Yeah, well, boom is the word. Now, Eugene, and now here we are with, Colbert getting canceled, who's the #1 show in late night. You know how hard that is to achieve, right? I mean, how are you feeling about this, I don't know, North Korean phase that we're moving into, and people capitulating to Trump?
Stephanie, we're gonna turn it around.
Yep.
We're gonna turn it around. Democrats are a little demoralized. Yes, I know. Stephanie, may I let the dog in?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
We pause now while Eugene Carroll.
What doing at the show? Hang on.
Okay. We'll just everybody. I'm just enjoying her whole decor.
Yeah.
Look at all the fabulous knickknacks, everybody. Oh, wait, and the dog's right there. Can she see the dog? There's two dogs.
There are two
It's
dogs.
another dog.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
She asked me if it would be okay to have the dogs in the room, and I said, yeah, we have the dogs in the room here, so why not?
Can I just say you are eccentric and delightful. You are wacky, a gal after my own heart.
Thank you.
Okay.
I just hope Aunt Stephanie is on the radio. We are talking to Aunt Stephanie.
We're talking now.
Okay, so
now, all right, hang on. I was still in your big deal, so people don't, the youngins like Bella might not know. You're Elle advice columnist. Ask E. Jean. It ran 27 years. That's the longest running advice column ever. Suck it, dear Abby. Just suck it. You were Times Magazine's 100 most influential people of 2024. So.
I don't even know what an influencer is. I have no idea what it is.
It's what the kids are calling it now. I don't know.
Okay. So that, yes. The one of the things that astounds me, Stephanie, is the book that I wrote about the two trials is funny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned Saturday Night Live. I have a scene in there in the book after Joe Tacopina, the great criminal defense lawyer, ripping me to shreds. And he finds out I wrote a sketch on Saturday Night Live similar to the thing that happened at Bergdorf.
Right.
Okay? Right. And here's how bad their research was. He said, you were a writer on Saturday Night Live? I said, yes. He said, and you wrote a sketch on Saturday Night Live about this, about a man in his underwear? I said, yes. That's how little research the Trump team did. They didn't know. Anyway, I was the worst writer on Saturday Night Live. The Ann Beats was like up here. I was
That's
the worst.
not true.
I
All
was
right.
the worst. There were bad writers on Saturday Night Live.
You know how bad my writing is? We just call him Taco Penis because we're really immature, and that's the best joke we can do here.
That's good. Exactly.
Yeah. So now, evidence that wasn't submitted during the trial included a conversation Trump had with Epstein immediately after sexually assaulting you in the dressing room. That's in your book. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. It was amazing. It was Michael Wolff wrote in his book, Too Famous. Michael Wolff's the journalist.
Yeah, we've had him on,
Yeah, that's right. You have had him
Yeah.
on. He's done many, many, many hours of tapes with Epstein.
Right.
Probably more hours of tapes with Epstein than anybody else. And one of the things on his tape was he has Epstein talking with a friend on the phone, telling him about running into Trump very soon after the Bergdorf incident, and Trump, quote, regaling him with details about the attack. And we didn't enter it as evidence. It was just saying the word Epstein in front of a jury would have been so prejudicial. We knew that Judge Kaplan wouldn't allow it in. But it is in a stark bit of evidence
Yeah.
that, first of all, it happened, and second of all, how good of friends Trump and
Yeah.
Epstein.
Yeah.
They were like this.
I mean, what is your take on the mainstream media and how we got here? That this Epstein story's been out there, as you say, with Michael Wolff. None of his timeline lines up. This has been out there forever, and
Well, now, Stephanie, you are part. Some of the great media is bending the knee to Trump. ABC, CBS, they make me sick. Their worms are crawling to Trump. However, independent journalists like you and your show, and independent journalists across the country, man, we're not staying silent. We're not saying that, are you on Substack? All
Yep.
the people on Substack.
Yep.
Look, individual journalists are rising up and taking over. We don't need CBS. We don't need ABC. We need journalists like you and me and our friends. So I think
you're so sweet. I've been called a lot of things, but never a journalist. But thank you for that.
Stephanie, you're doing journalists. How many headlines have you done today?
Well, we actually are saying that the comedians. I mean, that's why they want to shut down all the late night shows, because they're doing better journalism than most of the mainstream media.
Yes, because they get right to the truth.
Exactly.
They
Did you-
pull punches.
Did you see South Park? What did you think of the South Park?
Dude, if I had a bottle of champagne, I'd send it to your house so we could toast. I mean, really.
I hate to be indelicate, but how accurate was the depiction of Trump's
Oh, stop it!
lack of manhood?
Oh,
Did I feel like I'm one of the only ones that kept pointing out.
I can tell you that. I couldn't tell. I knew it was in. I couldn't. I couldn't.
No.
That was
See, I feel like I was the only one, and the only journalist that kept pointing out. It's only because you couldn't tell if it was his tiny, Cheeto finger or penis that it was. Right.
Stephanie, it's in the court transcript.
Yes, I know
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Yes. See,
Yes.
that's why I'm not being dirty. I'm just saying.
It's in the public record.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, the court. When I wrote the book, I had thousands of pages of court transcript, and trust me, some of the funniest writing you have ever heard in your life. All you have to do is read the court transcript. It's like Jonathan Swift. It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, no, and I also made the serious point that it shouldn't matter what you were penetrated with against your will. To me, that's rape, and so, anyway.
Well, we passed that law in New York.
Yeah.
We passed that law.
Yeah. All I know is if you come out here to LA or I go to New York, we're drinking something and talking some, major smack about a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
And then have one of your hats. And
Yes.
And we'll have our hats.
Yes.
And then we'll be doing yes. That's
All right.
exactly. That's a good plan. That's a good plan.
I am so happy to finally get to talk to you. I know way back when we couldn't because the case was still ongoing, but please come back anytime. You are just a
I will.
You are a hero to so many, and you inspire the fighters to be a fighter. Don't be a folder. Be an E. Jean Carroll, not a CBS.
Wow.
All right.
No, we can't take any more Eugene Carroll's. This is
All right. Well.
no. Let's have more
You're too
Stephanie
eccentric
Moore.
to have more than one of you. You're just
Yeah, you
too
are you.
delightful.
Yes.
You are a delightful little
Yes.
minx. All right, we love you, E. Jean Carroll. See you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eugene.
Adios, Stephanie.
The bottom line is if you snore now, you are at heightened risk of requiring a CPAP machine later. So now is the time to stop snoring. One of the smartest, fastest, easiest ways to stop snoring is Zipa. Zipa is the comfortable doctor-designed mouthpiece that can stop snoring as fast as the first night. Don't be fooled by imitators. Zipa was proven in a 600-patient clinical trial, and with over 500,000 units sold, Zipa is the stop snoring device that we trust. No more being nudged awake for snoring. No more sleeping in separate rooms. No more feeling tired and foggy all day due to lack of sleep. Look, this may be your last best chance to solve your snoring problem now, or face having to wear that CPAP mask later. Zipa, that's Happy Z spelled backward. I want you to try it with my special discount. Get 20% off and free shipping if you visit zyppah.com. Use that promo code SNORE. Again, the promo code is SNORE at zyppah.com.